Asian Readathon is here, is back. It's Asian Readathon 2022. I was looking forward to this. This is like my second most anticipated readathon. I was already like prepping for it. I was already like, let me see what books that I want. I'm gonna look through my archives and see, because girl, it's an archive right now because a lot of books still ain't been read. I'm so glad that Asian Readathon is back. I'm so mad that I missed the announcement video. Like, I was 3 days late for it. I was like, oh my gosh. I should have been noob, should have been checked. But the problem is, I be watching other stuff on YouTube. Stuff that is not very book community. I be watching stuff about the straight people. And I really need to stop doing that because it's a mess. But it's also like, I enjoy watching the mess because, ooh, child, the straight people are messy, girl. I'm gonna watch more booktube content. I stocked up on my booktube content because my life has been transitioning at work and it's gotten a little uncomfortable. I need this discomfort to also pay off too, because where the money at? Where the money at? As most people who are participating in Asian Readathon know, this year it is loosely themed around everything, everywhere, all at once. And from the time I saw that trailer, I was like, bitch, I need to watch this movie. I need to see this movie. It looks so good. It looks so super interesting. And hearing Cindy's praise of the movie and how good it was, I'm like, okay, I might need to, because even I did not go to the movie theaters to go see Spider-Man like everybody else did. So even I am willing to like venture out to go see everything, everywhere, all at once. I have to see it, and I have to see it in the theater, and hopefully I might go check it out in IMAX because I'm also currently doing The Artist Way, and I have not done a artist date yet. I think going out to see everything, everywhere, all at once would be a really great artist date. What I'll be reading based on the prompts for Asian Readathon. Number 1, read a book by an Asian author. For that, I am not sure what to read quite yet. I have a lot of books by Asian authors, so I'm not sure, but I was thinking Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi and Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. It's been a long time. I've wanted to read these. I've really wanted to get into these. I've been back and forth on wanting to read this. Initially, I like read a sample of it and I was like, I don't know about reading this, but I really would enjoy reading about the X-Men-esque aspects of the story and the superhero powers and all that stuff. Like, I really want to read that. But the writing was a little wild. But then I believe Charisse at Silver Rose Reads was like, yo, she enjoyed it. She got really immersed in the series. And I kind of trust and believe in her taste. I'll push through and see how I feel about it, see how it turns out. I'm easy, I'm a basic bro, I'm regular like everybody else. So I'm gonna read this and probably start off not really into it and then kind of be like, oh, I like it, I'm gonna read the next book, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into it. I heard this is really good. In later years, later time, I've heard a little bit more mixed reviews. Some people were like, I don't know about that. This one I'm also excited about reading, so hopefully I can read both of these in May. But I have like a whole bunch of other books by Asian authors that I could also read if I don't get to these, so we'll see. Number 2, read a book featuring a character who is a woman and or older. I would have actually liked to read a book with an older woman character for this prompt, but I am not aware of any right now. But if I get any recommendations or find out about any books with older Asian women characters that pique my interest, I will definitely pick those up. For this prompt, I will read The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I've heard such great things about this book and I've been excited to read this. And the protagonist in this book has been stated in the synopsis as a woman. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this. Number 3, read a book by an Asian author set in a universe you would like to experience or in a universe totally different from yours. And for that prompt, I will be reading, thanks to Sajid at Books Are My Social Life for putting me onto this book, The Light at the Bottom of the World. Sajid has raved about this so much, so I'm like excited to get into this and see what it's all about. Number 4, read a book by an Asian author with a cover worthy of googly eyes. A la Everything Everywhere All at Once. So for that prompt, I chose There Are Things I Can't Tell You. I was supposed to read this last year and that didn't happen. I bought the book, but I Did not read it. I went to Kanikunaya to get it. Was I able to buy it there? I don't think I was able to buy it there. But I bought a bunch of other books while I was there. I bought like the big compendium of My Brother's Husband, which, ooh, this is another option I could read. And I also got Given, which I am like looking forward to reading. I also got Dick Fight Island. I want to see where that goes. And I also got Brides of Shangri-La. I am looking forward to reading that as well. I got this. I don't remember where I got it exactly. I might have got this at Forbidden Planet. I don't remember. I love this cover from the time I saw it in Jessica Nicole Dickinson's video. Since she said it was a steamy manga, I was like, yeah, I need to read it. I love the cover. The cover is just so spicy and sensual and just sexy. This is cute. This is real romantic romance movie, romance drama movie. I'm here for it. And for the fifth and final prompt, read a book by an Asian author that is highly rated or highly recommended. And for that, I am going with Mariko Tamaki's Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. I've heard great recommendations like from BookTube, but there's also a podcast I listen to. And the guy who talks about comic books on there, he was just like, it's so good. Highly recommended. Plus, it has a Michael L. Prince Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature. I will definitely be reading this, but I also have a bunch of other options of books to read. So even if I blaze through, which am I gonna blaze through all these books in May? I have like a bunch of other books that I can read by Asian authors. I have Sasaki and Miyano. I think I have the second book in this. I just don't know where I put it. I have Darius the Great Is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. I'm hoping to read this and How It All Blew Up by Arvin Amadi. I'm hoping to read both of them close to the end of the month and gradually move into Pride Month. So that'll be exciting. I also need to complete Skim by Mariko Tamaki. I started reading it. I will restart it. I plan on also watching The Craft after I read this because it's giving me some The Craft vibes because it's very 1990s. Well, actually, it's set in the 1990s. And there's also witchcraft. So I'm just kind of like, and then it's like teenage girls at all girls school in like private school uniforms. It's giving Craft vibes, and I need to watch The Craft again. And also the new version of The Craft. I don't care what nobody say. It looked like it's good. It looked like it's really good. And another Mariko Tamaki and also Jillian Tamaki book is this one, Summer. Although I've not heard the greatest things about this. At least a little bit I've heard about it. People were not loving it. But I mean, it won a prize. It won the Caldecott Honor Book. Hopefully I'll read it this summer. I don't know if I'll read it in May, but I'll be reading it this summer because it's summer read. I also have Alex and Ada by Jonathan Luna and Sarah Vaughn, the complete collection. I recently got Upon a Burning Throne. Shout out to Jesse at Bow Ties and Books. They were highly recommending Upon a Burning Throne. I really didn't realize the font was so small on this. I didn't realize it was this thick either. But it looks like it's going to be a really good time and a really great read and a really great ride. I also got, I believe this is Mariko Tamaki's first novel. It's not a graphic novel, but this is like the first novel I know of that Mariko Tamaki has written that does not involve graphics besides the cover. And I'm excited about this. The premise sounds really good. It's like, it's a murder mystery. I think I'll most likely read this like when it starts getting colder, when it's fall, winter time, because the name of it is cold. The puffer jacket, the snow, it's just giving a nice winter vibe to read. I am excited to read this. Just the premise alone had me hooked. And finally, I also have the trilogy of the Legend series by Marie Lu. I read Marie Lu for the first time when I read Warcross, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the world building of that. For the most part, the characters are good, but I love the world building of it, so I'm excited to read this. Along with going to see Everything Everywhere All at Once, I plan on watching Your Name Engraved Herein on Netflix. I was supposed to watch Your Name Engraved Herein last year for Asian Readathon, and I did not get around to watching it, but I did get to watching Parasite. That was really good. I enjoyed that. I feel like I do have to rewatch it again. I think I'll rewatch it again this year. I'm definitely looking forward to watching Your Name Engraved Herein. That is such an interesting name. I'm pretty sure with a name like that, the movie's gonna be all of the romance, all of the drama, all of the intensity. And also, I will be watching Game Boy's Level Up Edition on Netflix as well. I started watching that last year. I don't think I started watching it for Asian Readathon. I might have. I don't remember. I'm not sure. Maybe I did. We'll see. I forgot how many episodes I got into it, but I got pretty far in. And in a way, I kind of stopped watching it a little bit because I wanted to savor it. I was kind of didn't want it to end because it was going so good and everything was so like amazing and like it was just adorable and romantic and cute. And I wish I had something like that for when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I could watch that and just kind of live in the romance of it, but at the same time, I also wish I had that in my real life as a teenager. The romance, the adorableness. I'm looking forward to watching it because I feel like it's tapping into a little bit of like my little inner child that needed that wanted that. So it's like I can live vicariously through this show and feel it, and then probably process the emotions that went into that. Maybe I'll write something about it. You'll see, I don't know. And then along with that, of course, I will definitely take a day and do my artist date and go out to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. It looks so good. It just looks so very good. This is my TBR for Asian Readathon. I haven't really checked the background on authors exactly, but I think I have a good mix when it comes to different ethnicities within the Asian diaspora. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I am out this bitch like Fleek. Shout out to Peaches. Let you grow.